welcome to Healing Girl SZN. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Jenny.
And this is episode 3.
Episode 3.
We're very excited. We're going to be talking about manifestation. Kind of like beginning to understand what manifestation is.
Yeah.
Also goals, how to reach our goals. What else?
Just how to kind of visualize what you want and how to align that with your actions and eventually help you get there.
So before we start, we just want to put a little disclaimer.
Yep.
Take what resonates with you guys. At the end of the day, you want to just spread love and positivity. That's our intention. And today, the stuff that you're about to hear, it's new information for a lot of people, you know, hearing this. Yeah. So, like, if there's some things that you don't agree with, just take what you think, what applies to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not life coaches or professional psychiatrists. We're just here to kind of share our personal experience, and hopefully it will help you guys along the way as well.
Yeah, we hope what worked for us will work for you guys. We're sending you so much love. Yeah, let's get started.
Vanessa, to start off, could you help the new listeners or the new followers that are still new to this whole manifestation,
law of attraction,
law of assumption topic, could you explain to them what manifestation means to you, like from your own experience? What do you think it means?
So for me, it's more kind of like believing and thinking that like something that you desire or goal that you want will like come into fruition at the right divine timing and the right timeline, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And just like knowing that it's gonna happen in your heart and your soul, just knowing that like, you are going to get there, or if not, like something better will happen,
Yeah, so with that being said, I feel like building a routine around it or having a very healthy habit could definitely help you to visualize what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, and eventually it will build up the momentum throughout a long period of time and to help you get to where you want to be. Do you have some habit or daily routine that you do that you can share with the audience?
Yeah, so one of the things I do is I visualize. So we're gonna get a bit sciencey here. Learn a little. So this is like in lots of like research and articles. Basically they say that our brains, our subconscious brain, does not know what's real and what's not real. Like, how there's like the conscious side and then there's a subconscious side. Yeah. So basically it's like when you are like in a meditative state, like when you meditate and you start visualizing the life that you want and the life that you desire and life that you like know in your heart that like that's what you want. It's like the brain, like, if you keep repeating that same visualization, the subconscious has no choice but to follow that.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I did first when, like, I'm still visualizing the life that I want and I desire to this day. And I believe wholeheartedly, like, it's gonna happen because, like, faith is such a strong it's such a strong emotion, it's such a strong vibe to be in.
Yeah.
That's, like, from all the lessons I learned, like, faith is honestly something I still hold on to very much because I believe that like when we believe in ourselves the most, it's like all the outside noise doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it's such a strong emotion because growing up you get influenced by so many external voices, whether that be family members,
teachers,
or friends,
TV.
Yeah, it's actually the media, the entertainment, whatever, but it's very hard for you to like shut it off or selectively choose what you want to receive in your mind. So I think that's actually such a good point. It's, just by wholeheartedly believing in yourself and trusting that you can get the life that you want, right?
I remember seeing this TikTok video. They mentioned like for you to desire things in your life, like for instance like a relationship or like a career change or anything like that, it's like it's already yours, you know what I mean? Like your future self is living that life right now, or else like why would you desire it? And that like when I saw that video, I forgot who said that, but it was like, I think it was like a quotes video. But like, I believe like, you know, the past, present, future all happening at once, you know that. Yeah, so just believing.
Time is just a illusion.
Illusion, yeah. And just believing that everything's gonna be like in divine timing and
it will work out in your favor.
And if you don't believe so, it's okay. Come back to this video, watch it 5-10 times.
Repeat on repeat. Just download it.
Yeah, and you know what I noticed is that like for me to really reach my goals, I really had to believe that I was worthy of receiving it. And was that something that like you struggled with?
I would say so, because I feel like for the longest time I was always in this fight or flight mode. I was just struggling to kind of allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to be vocal with, you know, my parents or friends. So that really made me feel stuck. I feel like I wasn't open at receiving what the universe is in store for me. So it was also very hard for me to like get in touch with my spirituality and like ways to like manifest the life that I want now. I'm not trying to blame it on my parents or whatever. It's just like a part of my journey, right? And it took me years and years for me to get here, and I finally realized that I deserve all the things that I want. And it's okay to be greedy sometimes, because like you said, like, you know, your future self is already there living that version of life. So why should you, like the version that you are now, feel guilty about craving for it?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm definitely still actively working on that.
Same here.
Yeah, by just allowing myself to sit back and receive. What about you?
Yeah, you know, it was really hard. Like growing up, I've always been like a people pleaser and a doormat, you know. I was kind of
a doormat. No.
I was. I did not have...
pretty one though. The one with the Hello Kitty on it.
But yeah, you know what made me realize that I was worthy of like deserving, you know, having these goals and deserving like good things in my life was really just believing that, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, we're all love. I remember there's this book that I read, I forgot what it's called, or like it was saying that like we are like the true essence, like when we are babies, we're true essence of love. And that's all, you know, like as long as you're breathing on this earth, we all deserve abundance. We all deserve like success. We all deserve all those things. It's our birthright. It's something that, you know, we gotta know that for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say the same to those murderers.
No.
But,
okay, no.
Yeah.
As a good heart, I'm sure people who are listening to it, like, we attracted you.
Yeah.
We know good-hearted people.
Yeah, and what you said right there about, like, we are one and we are all from the divine consciousness is so true. I think, like, from like way back, the Asian times, like, you know, like there's war and stuff going on.
Sorry, yeah. Ancient times or Asian times?
Ancient.
Oh, ancient. What is Asian times?
You thought I said Asian?
Yeah, I was like...
No.
I was like...
Ancient. Asian times. Just to clarify, I did not say Asian time.
We want to now share with you some of our stories, some of our goals, like how we kind of like, how to get to our goals.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't think there's, like, the right way to do it. It's just what's been helping us.
Yes.
And hopefully, you know, you guys can start doing it. And definitely let us know if it's helping you in any sort of way. So to start off, again, I guess I could say something about it, is at the end of every year, I would actually create a vision board for myself. There is actually one hanging in my apartment over there right now. Vanessa, you've seen it.
I've seen it.
I think
it's cute.
Aside from the visual part of it, because I love my room to be aesthetically pleasing. So aside from it looking good, I think what also helped me is, okay, so actually before I get into that, I wanted to say that if you do actually end up creating a vision board, make sure that where you place it is somewhere that you will walk past by pretty much every single day. Don't put it somewhere that you're not going to occasionally like look at it, because otherwise it's just sitting there as a decoration, you know? I think the purpose of creating a vision board is to kind of help you get a grasp of the life that you want by looking at those pictures that you put on it, and also carry on your day by remembering, like, okay, so this is what I want and what can I do to help me get there. It's kind of like motivation. Motivation. It's going back to what we talked about before, about like building a routine, habits and stuff like that. They all tie in together, but I think starting from visualizing, it's like the first step.
Yeah, I actually wanted to share a story. Vision boards work, and it's actually crazy. I used to be like, oh, they're just pictures. What do they do? But then, okay, so I really, for the longest time, I really wanted a cat. But it's just like, you know, my house, it was just like my dad, my family were like, no, don't get a cat. Like, my dad was so against it, because when he was a kid, he had like many cats, and they...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he just like was a really big cat person, and then when they all died, my dad was really sad. So he's like, I'm never ever having a cat ever again.
How many cats did he have?
Yeah, like many, like 5, 10. Like just like stray cats. He would like feed them. Anyway, my dad's like, we're never having any pets. No, nothing. He was very against it. I'm gonna do something. Yeah. And I put on my vision board like a black cat. Because that's like, I just love black cats. They're so cute.
They're mystical.
They're very mystical.
Oops. That was a train.
They're very mystical, and so I was like, you know what? I don't know how it's gonna happen, how it's gonna work. I know my dad's very against it. Yeah, I don't know. I was like, my dad's very against it, you know, because I was like, what should I do? But I was like, I'm gonna stick it on there. Somehow it's gonna work. I don't know how. And then eventually, took a lot of convincing. One day my dad was like, yeah, let's get a cat. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was so happy. It was like the best day of my life. Poppy. That's her name.
Yeah, that's her name.
It's very cute.
She's the sweetest.
So it does work. Vision boards do work. That's when I realized, okay, if I can do that, I'm going to start putting all my dreams and goals on this board. I don't know how it's going to work. It's just going to... The universe, God... It's in their hands, like they...
Oh, so there's another thing that I wanted to mention. So, like... The purpose of vision board and the stuff that you put on there, it kind of like symbolize the stuff that you desire to have. So desire, it's such a strong emotion, right? I feel like a lot of people associate desire with lust when it comes to like a sexual desire, but it could also be like something that you desire in general, like for a career, like a car that you wanted. Okay, by the way, now she has a Tesla. It's the car that she desires, and she manifested it.
A Tesla.
See? And did you put that on your vision board?
I didn't, but I put it on my Pinterest board.
Oh,
I pinned a lot of pictures. Pinterest is another way too. If you guys don't have like the supplies to cut, and also it's like annoying, use Pinterest.
Yeah, it's a little bit time consuming. But if you wanted to, you would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, like, desire is such a strong emotion. That's why every time you see it, your brain will automatically have that signal, and that's how it motivates you.
Our idea is to do scripting. So scripting is basically, you know, get a piece of paper, pen, and start writing your life in present, like the life that you desire in present tense. So I would be like, I remember going like, oh, thank you God, thank you universe. First I put like a gratitude thing, like a gratitude, like, because, you know, gratitude is such a strong, it's so powerful. I always put that first. Thank you God for this amazing opportunity I'm gonna have in my life. I'm so blessed. Like, put every emotion on that piece of paper like it's already happened. And trust me, like, when, like, I did it every day. I was very, very consistent. I was very, like, determined. Because actually I manifested like a job that I've always kind of wanted. Like, I wanted to, like, I'm in the fashion industry, and I've always wanted to have like an office setting, like work in an office and have like a healthy environment, and, you know, just like be working for people that, have the same values as me. And like the aesthetic, I have a specific aesthetic.
Yeah.
Very cutesy, very like feminine, and like this brand I'm working for, it's just so me. And I remember just like half a year ago I was writing like, oh great, I'm so grateful that my boss is like so kind, my coworkers are so kind, I'm getting along with people, like just like things like that. And now I look back, sometimes I'll like look back at the stuff that I've written, I was like, it's like I would get like shivers, I would get chills. I'm like, holy shit, like it actually happened. And it usually happens like when you least expect it. Sometimes you just like go back to, you're like, oh, I wonder what's in there, and you're like, oh fuck. Yeah.
I think if you're always thinking about it and wanting it to happen, it could turn it into a very egotistical emotion. Like the vibration that you're on, it could be very egotistical. It's almost like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand. It's kind of like it's coming from a place of lack.
Yeah,
it's like
you feel like you don't deserve it.
Yeah,
almost.
Or you're like, you know what I mean, when you keep going like, I want this so badly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's like you're kind of sending signals to like the universe, to God, like, I don't have this. And obviously you're gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be a while, because you gotta act as if you have it right now. But obviously, like, not like a delusional crazy way.
Yeah.
There's two types of delusional, we'll talk about that later.
Do you feel like when you're scripting, it has to be very descriptive?
It depends for each person, actually.
Yeah.
I'd say be as descriptive as you can. Like, use all your 5 senses. Be like your feel, smell, like, you know what I mean? Be friends with people that have similar values.
True. Yeah.
And start acting Delulu with them. And before I say that, and in a positive, okay, we'll talk about like different kinds of like
delusional.
Delusional. Like the kind of delusion as in like, on TikTok, lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, everything works out in my favor kind of thing.
But that's coming from like a perspective of you believing in yourself. So it's not really like, we talk about low vibrational energy and being egotistical. That's not what it's about. So.
Yeah. But it's kind of like having friends that know kind of like manifesting and law of attraction. Just like you guys should start talking about, like, imagine that you guys already have it. So let's say like, oh, Jenny, isn't that crazy? I got this new car. Jenny, this car is so good. I got a new house. This apartment's so nice. Isn't that crazy?
You got a husband too?
Oh yeah, a husband as well. Ring? Oh yeah, totally. A really nice ring.
Yeah.
Just kind of be like that with your friends, when no one's watching. Just be like, play along.
I think that the audience might be wondering, like, how do you find those friends? Like, how do you find those group of people that share the same value as you and can help you to manifest what you want,
Yeah, actually, Jenny and I met online.
Yeah.
But
the secret is out.
Yeah, we met online.
On Bumble, guys.
Bumble friends.
Not dating. Bumble friends.
BFFs. But, yeah, also Facebook groups. A lot of I actually met some cool people on Facebook. I also like going to events that kind of like match with like, for instance, like
your interest.
There's like, yoga, meditation groups, sound baths.
Yeah.
Or like if you're religious, like a Christian club, like or things like that. I think as long as you're like putting that energy out and being like, hey, I'm looking for people that are like, wanting to
like-minded
people on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
It can be a little.
Yeah, I think another thing.
They call it Delulu.
I think another thing that I want to add on top of what you're saying is, like you were saying about like attending those events and stuff. I think it really takes a lot of courage for a person to go outside of their comfort zone to do that, because some people, they're very shy and they have social anxiety, but sometimes like they need people to like push them a little bit. I wanted to talk about like stagnancy and how it really means when it comes to like manifest the life that you want. For example, I'll just give like my personal story. About like a year ago, I was just so unhappy with the life that I want. I was, living in a house with my ex-partner, which we were in a very unhealthy relationship. And I was also working at a job that I don't feel like they appreciate me enough. I just feel like I couldn't be assertive all the time, and it's just like a very lonely feeling, when you're like with a bunch of people but you still feel alone. That's how it felt like. And my body, it wasn't where I envisioned myself to look like. I had like horrible breakout all the fucking time. Excuse my language. But what I'm trying to say is where I am right now, I 100% manifested this. I moved to a new place. I got a new job. I am currently now in another healthy relationship that I appreciate so much. And where I was a year ago, I was feeling very, very stagnant. And a part of me was feeling very comfortable being there because, I didn't want to like step out of my routine. I didn't want to be scared because I don't know what's going to happen. I didn't know what to expect if I, let's say, break up with him or quit my job. But I did it for my own good, and it was because I just feel like I needed a change, and I knew that what I had before wasn't what I deserved, and I wholeheartedly believe that I deserved more, which is why I cut ties with all of those people, and the universe was kind of in my favor, and Vanessa did help too. Like, she was there for me when I was going through all of those like up and downs, and here I am now. I just trying to say that sometimes being stagnant is okay, but
you go through tough seasons.
Yeah.
But makes you appreciate now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, like, I can tell you're so grateful for everything you have in your life.
Yeah.
It like, compared to the first time I met Jenny, and now, like, she has grown so much. She is a graceful, beautiful woman. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
I can't I'm, like, blessed to be on this journey with you.
Thank you.
Beautiful girl. All over the world. I could
Bruno
be
Mars.
chasing.
That's my mom's favorite song.
Love Bruno Mars.
It's also important to take necessary rest, though. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes your body just gets drained and all that stuff. So
I agree with you. Like, we're young, like, sometimes you gotta take that risk. Like, you have to go through adversity to be resilient at the end. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't go through adversity and you're still staying the same, it's like, how are you gonna grow?
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say, sometimes, like, when you feel like you're stuck, you might feel like it's okay to blame the external, but honestly, you are the only person that's keeping you stuck, because it's always, like, you are always going to make the right decision eventually by feeling at all of those experiences. Alright guys, so this is the end of our episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we appreciate every single one of you following us, who are sharing our videos. It actually means more than you know. We just wanted to, share our whole unique experiences, and I'm glad that a lot of you resonate. And yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, also wanted to say, this could be like the first time people hearing about this. Maybe we might link some stuff, some articles or
reference
books,
TikToks, videos.
Yeah, for you guys to kind of know what, like, manifesting and law of attraction, law of assumption, all that stuff, because we are going to for sure talk more about this in our next videos. And at the end of the day, we want our viewers, we want our watchers to be successful, to be living their best life, the best version of themselves. Like, that's all we want for you guys. So that's why we made this podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever that tuned in to this video, you guys are craving to live a life that you desire, and I know that you guys will have it. Like, we send you positivity, we send you love and fame and whatever you
desire, man.
You deserve it.
Don't forget that. Okay. All right. Bye now.
Bye. See you guys next time.